This man was on another level, almost superhuman. He was the kind of guy who never once slipped on his diet. You were just like an animal when it came to, obviously, your training structure, but also your food. Like, you never missed. Oh, no. You finished it no matter what. Yeah, everything was structured. Everything was done at the same time, each and every single day. For him, food wasn't just fuel, it was the foundation. Consistency was everything. In contest prep, I ate like 600 grams of protein a day. And it didn't matter whether it was contest prep or the off-season, the standard never changed. Most people think the off-season means relaxing, skipping meals, maybe grabbing fast food. That's why so many fall short. Ain't no skipping meals. In my whole career, I never missed one. Ronnie, he treated every season the same. The goal off-season was clear, pack on size, but do it the right way, not sloppy weight, not junk. You build quality muscle by keeping protein sky high and eating clean, day after day. And those massive physiques you see on stage, they weren't built in a few months. It took years. Guys like Ronnie would add 10, 15, sometimes even 20 pounds of solid muscle in a year. That came from brutal training and endless meals, 6 times a day without fail. It wasn't easy. Sometimes he'd wake up in the middle of the night just to eat, then go straight back to bed. Other times he'd take short breaks at work, grab his pre-cooked meals from the car, heat them up, and get right back on track. No excuses. No skipping. That's the kind of discipline that separates legends from everyone else. One of the toughest challenges in bodybuilding is eating 6 to 8 meals every single day. This is how he managed it. During his prep, Ronnie measured out every portion, packed his meals for work, and no matter how busy the day got, he always found the time to eat them right on schedule. I just took my food with me. I took my food to work. Now I ate it. It only took me about 5-10 minutes to heat it up, and I could eat it right there in the car. Yeah. So, that was never an issue, never a problem. Trying to stay clean. After times about eating the patrol car. There were some days where, I didn't get a lunch break because I was so busy. Yeah. So what I would do is when I got a call, I would, to do an accident report, it takes about 2 hours. So while I'm filling out my accident report, I'm eating at the same time. Keyboard time. So, because I can't get a lunch break because I'm so busy at work. Boom! Right here, Ronnie is heating up his chicken breast in the microwave. Whether he's at work or anywhere else, missing a meal is simply not an option for him. And that's the level of dedication it takes. How much do you weigh now? About 3 kilos? Let's dive into the kind of meals that built Ronnie Coleman's insane physique. When you talk about bodybuilding legends, it's not just the heavy weights or the grueling workouts that made them great, it's also the discipline in the kitchen. Meal number 1, egg whites and cheesy grits. One of Ronnie's go-to meals was a simple but powerful combo of egg whites and instant grits. He'd start by adding in about a 1/4 cup of grits. That's about 4 ounces, or half a cup. He didn't bother with fancy measurements for water. Ronnie knew it by heart. He'd just eyeball it, pour it in, and then throw the bowl in the microwave for 5 to 10 minutes. While the grits were cooking, Ronnie moved over to the stove. 2 full cups of egg whites went straight into a skillet. That's around 30 grams of protein, right there. He'd keep it on medium heat, stir every now and then, and to make it taste better without adding calories, he sprinkled Molly McButter cheese flavor right on top. When the grits were ready, Ronnie stirred in a couple slices of Kraft Singles cheese to make them creamy. Then he mixed it all together, the fluffy egg whites and the cheesy grits. A high-carb, high-protein powerhouse meal that fueled his mornings and helped him hit his macros. Simple, fast, and effective. The Ronnie Coleman way. Meal number 2, grilled chicken with rice or potatoes. Now let's move on to a true bodybuilding classic, grilled chicken and clean carbs. First, Ronnie gave the chicken breast a good wash, then seasoned it on both sides. From there, it went straight to the grill. He kept the heat a little lower, so the flavor really soaked into the meat. Once it was cooked just right, he measured out 12 ounces, and that's a massive 100 grams of protein in one sitting. But Ronnie wasn't done yet. He topped it with his favorite masterpiece barbecue sauce. And here's the thing, most bodybuilders couldn't dream of using this much sauce during contest prep. But Ronnie's genetics, they were on another level. He could enjoy the flavor and still bring one of the greatest physiques of all time to the stage. For the carbs, he'd keep it clean and simple. Either 4 ounces of baked potato or half a cup of rice, about 24 grams of carbs. And sometimes, just to make it a little tastier, he'd stir in a pat of butter. By the end, you've got the perfect bodybuilding plate. Lean chicken, steady carbs, and a hit of barbecue flavor. One of Ronnie's favorite meals of the day. Meal number 3. Black Angus chuck burgers with rice. Here we see Ronnie digging into one of his favorite post-workout meals. And of course, it's loaded with flavor. He starts with Black Angus chuck burgers. Ronnie takes 2 patties straight out of the box, sprays a little palm oil on the pan, and drops them right onto the heat. As they sizzle, he lets them cook until they turn a perfect golden brown. That's when he adds his trademark touch, a heavy layer of masterpiece barbecue sauce, spreading it evenly across the top. Once one side is done, he flips the patties and does the same thing on the other side. Sauce, flip, sauce again. By now, the pan is sizzling. The patties are soaking up all that flavor, and Ronnie's not holding back. He even hits them with barbecue sauce a 3rd time, because when it comes to Ronnie, there's no such thing as too much sauce. But that's just the start. After the burgers, Ronnie grabs his frozen baked turkey breast, slices off a few pieces and lays them on a plate. And of course, more barbecue sauce. He pops it in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes, and when it comes out, it's dripping with flavor. Now for the carbs. Ronnie scoops out a few spoonfuls of cooked rice, sprinkles on some Molly McButter fat-free cheese flavor, and mixes it all together for taste. By the end, you've got juicy burgers, sauced-up turkey, and cheesy rice. A meal only Ronnie Coleman could handle, because, let's be honest, no one else could get away with this much barbecue sauce during prep. But with those crazy genetics, Ronnie sure could. And this is usually what he ate right after a gym session, fueling the beats for the next round. That is not bad to cook. Me about 6 Frank Hilton. He's a freak, man. He's one of one, and there's never going to be another like him. I always tell people genetics play a massive role, and he was dealt the perfect hand. He was the perfect storm. Some people can be genetically gifted. Like I was saying, everybody's different. A lot of people don't know this, but I didn't really eat the vegetables when I was dying. Okay, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. None. Some people can be genetically free. Ronnie, he had it all. The genetics for muscle, the genetics for maturity, and even the mental side, the mindset, the relentless drive, the craziness to push past every limit. He was the perfect storm. The work ethic, the size, the strength, the dominance, the titles. Everything came together in him. And truth is, it's never going to happen like that again. For me, I weighed and measured everything I ate my whole career. Oh my God. Cheese treats. The restaurant, I wasn't dieting. So, okay, so you would never go to a restaurant, never ever went to a restaurant when I was that. Damn, bro. I weighed and measured everything. My food almost, I thought it was the drug, yeah. I had to force feed myself. And man, it ain't nothing in the world like having to force food down your body. And you don't really want to do it. But in order to, you gotta put on size. That's the only way you put on size.
আমাদের পিঠ এরকম সোজা থাকবে এবং এক পা আর এক পা এভাবে আমরা আপ ডাউন করবো। এটাকে আঙ্গুল পর্যন্ত নেওয়ার চেষ্টা করব। হিল টাচ। এটা করার ফলে আমরা ব্রিজের মতো আমার পা এবং হাতে প্রেসার থাকে, পুরো শরীর আমাদের উপর